One of the first things on my list upon my arrival here was to get some gutters out here, because one of the main things I wanted to do this time was make sure that I got the gutters up with the downspout and rain barrel so that I can start collecting rainwater to use in the house, and maybe this time to take showers with, because I don't have all the plumbing done on the inside just yet. So this is what I'm starting to do, and as we go, I'll get everything hooked up and see how it works out. So doing it this way ahead of time, I can make sure that when I start actually pumping water into the house, I will have enough, or I can make arrangements to get more barrels or whatever to collect more water. This morning I put up my gutters because it's supposed to rain here, and I wanted to make sure that I had the gutters up because a few days ago I went to pick up rain barrels. So with this being the first rain, I wanted to see approximately how much water I could collect from the roof during one rainfall. So I have them up and I'm all ready, but there's no rain as of yet. But that's okay, because I still have to level out the rain barrel so that I can put the downspout on so that they can actually capture rainwater. And as you can see, I put screen covers or covers over them so that all of these leaves that are falling on my roof constantly won't get into the gutters and clog them up. So hopefully everything works okay as far as no leakage and things like that. So I'll go downstairs or down at ground level and shoot from up top to show you what that looks like. But as you can see, all these leaves here, this is what's left after I've swept it off a bit. So it's always going to have leaves on it, which is why I put the gutter guards up here to keep the leaves out of the gutter, so that I won't have to come up here every time I come back, so that I can sweep it off and clean out the gutters, because that could be quite an ordeal. So now that the gutters are up, I decided to take some time, go back to my brother's house so that I can pick up some rain barrels. And I got a generator first, because I've been using my brother's generator, so I thought I should just go ahead and get my own. And the guy that I bought the generator from actually had a couple of rain barrels at his house, so started talking to him about it, and he gave me the information and the directions where he got his, which was pretty close to his house. So I went by there and I picked up a barrel from there, went to another place and got another one. So I'm cleaned them out now. Both of these barrels had food grade materials in them, so that meant it was okay to collect rainwater to actually use in the house for drinking, cooking, and whatever else. So I was cleaning them out. Now I'm actually putting them together, getting the connection going, so that once I get them back out to the house, I can go ahead and install them to see how all this thing works out. I'm going to actually try and drill a well also. But while I'm here, I'm always going to be collecting rainwater. So they'll go someplace on the house if I do get a well. And what's happening here is I'm putting up a bit of the rusty tin in the back here, because this is where these two barrels are going to go. I'm sure I'm going to get some rain before I leave here. When water's in those two barrels, I won't be able to move them because they will be way too heavy for that. So I'm putting up a few sheets of this rusty tin so that I don't have to try and work around the barrels once I get them installed and they get filled with water. I'll continue with the rusty tin a little bit later, but once I do this, I'm going to start back on the other side, the east side of the house where I started earlier, so that I can get that tin on and work my way around. And as I go forward with this tin, I'm going to have to add a bit of more of the house wrap, because back here is going to be where the bathroom is. And doing everything I did before, I didn't get a chance to cut the window in because I didn't know exactly what size the window was going to be. So I'll have to do that also. At this point, I'm actually getting the ground ready to hold the barrels. I'm trying to level them out because I don't want them to sit on the ground. If I sit them on the ground, the water hitting the dirt and all that will probably make them lean to the side or something. Although I'm sure the ground is going to move after I get all this weight on it, but this would be a better situation than just having them on the ground. So that's what's happening here now. So once I get this done, I'll go back and start doing some more rusty tin and some other things. But since I'm going to be living out here, or actually I've spent a couple nights out here already, I want to make sure that I am collecting water, because I will have to shower and everything like that, because I do have an outside shower I've built, because I haven't done very much plumbing, or almost no plumbing inside, so I'm not ready to pump water in that I capture from the rain. So all in due time, it's happening. So this is just one step at a time type thing. So once I get these barrels up and collect some water, I'll see what the situation is going to be, whether I can collect enough or I have to get a larger container, more containers, or what. But this is a good start to seeing what the rainwater catchment system is going to be like.